How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And today we're going to be talking about Senseonics, which had a strong day in the market on the Friday, being up almost 11% on the day. The demand is all over this play. We've been talking about it for quite some time. I also did make a strong emphasis about making sure that you build out your position or add to your position when we had that gap fill around $2.15. So I know a lot of you are smiling. I know many people inside of the Discord have been buying up a lot of shares. We're excited about it. But you know, I won't waste any more time. I know Monday's tomorrow and I want to make sure you're prepared. So let's jump into the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you're a shareholder or you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to go over is a technical analysis. We're going to be taking a look at the overall price action. We want to know support. We want to know resistance. We want to know what it looks like in the bearish case scenario and as well as in the bullish case scenario. And then we're going to go on Fintel, taking a look at the recent institutional ownership and short interest information. The reason why this is important because it does have an impact on the way the stock performs. And then we're going to take a look at the order flow distribution. We want to know the buying and the selling behavior on the retail side and as well as on the institutional side. And then when all of that is done, we'll be going into the final thoughts and as well as some more details. So let's get to it. So we're going to do a technical analysis for Senseonics. Let's see how it performed on Friday. So it ended up closing at $3.35, being up 10.93%. On the low, we tested $3, and then on the high, testing $3.35. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, you can see we traded at 17.852 million shares, and the average volume over 10 trading days is at 12.607 million shares. So we ended up having above average volume on the day, and it's part of the reasons why we saw strength in the stock. Now, when we take a look at our chart, which is a daily chart, we can see from the RSI down below, it is at 67.89. And then when we take a look at our moving averages here on the chart, we are above all of them, which is a 21-day EMA, the 50-day, the 200-day, and as well as the 100-day. So what it's looking like so far, I'm going to be looking forward to seeing if we can get that test right here around $3.50. Breaking through $3.50, this is where I'm going to be looking for a move to see if we can start touching around $3.85. And once we get past $3.85, that's where we start testing that psychological area right here at $4. This has been shown to be a strong resistance area in the past, so that's one thing you're going to want to keep in mind. If we do end up having a pullback, maybe we see some weakness inside of the market, then of course on that Friday, we had $3 holding up as support. So I'd want to see a continuation of that. I want to see us hold up above this 200-day at least around $3.08. If we break through that $3.08, that's where again I'm going to be looking for $3 a hold. And if we do decide to pull back any further than that, then I would expect for us to hold up at least above $2.90. So going into tomorrow is definitely going to be interesting, but for the most part, we've been forming higher lows for the past 5 trading days. So this shows there's a lot of demand in the market, and I want to see that buying continue for this coming week. So let's see what happens. So we're going to take a look at the recent institutional ownership and short interest information for Senseonics. So as we scroll down on the page, green rows indicate new positions, while red rows indicate closed positions. So when we take a look at the recent filings for February the 4th and as well as the 3rd, we have Evnes Asset Management Inc. that closed out their position. We also have Frontier Wealth Management LLC that closed out their position, and also Total Clarity Wealth Management closed out their positions as well. And then when we take a look at some new positions, we see here CWM Advisors LLC that purchased 16,029 shares, and we'll also take a look at the second. We have Argent Advisors Inc. that purchased 10,000 shares. So now when we take a look at the short interest, the dark pool short volume ratio is at 34.63%, and then for the dark pool short volume, it is just over 3.08 million shares. Scrolling down further on the page, the short shares availability is at 50,000, updated 21 minutes ago, and then for the short borrow fee rate, it is at 10.93%. When we take a look at the history of the short volume, we can see for the close of February the 3rd, it was at 43.04, and then for the close of February the 4th, for the Friday it just passed, being at 34.63. 3. So that is a significant change right there. But one thing that still remains the same, Senseonics does have short squeeze potential. The criteria that we normally look for is 21% or higher, and it's at 34.63. So things are looking good, and we just need that buying volume to continue. So now let's move on to the order flow distribution. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for Senseonics. So we see here on the inflow it's at 10.48, and then on the outflow it's at 9.05. So we ended up having an inflow day. Taking a look at the breakdown, it was 0 on the large. On the medium, it was 7.30. On the small, it was 3.18. Keep in mind, these numbers are in the millions. Taking a look at the outflow side, you can see on the large, it was 0.32. On the medium, it was 5.88. And then on the small, it was 2.85. Taking a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, you can see for the Friday, it being at negative outflow of 318,000. And then when we take a look at what happened on the Thursday, which is February the 3rd, it ended up being that inflow of 193.04 or 193,000. Analyzing the numbers even further for the small scale orders that tend to represent the retail side, we had more buying than we had selling. No surprises. And then when we take a look at what happened on the medium, we had more buying than we had selling. And of course for the large, it represents whales, institutions, or funds, which we just covered. We had more selling than we had buying. And then when we take a look now at the turnover ratio, it was at 4%. So again, this is a consistent range for Senseonics. We've seen it in 4, we've seen it at 3. Keep in mind, there's a lot of volatility in this play. There's a lot of anticipation. There's a lot of traders who are jumping into this play for that same reason. And the matter of the fact is, this stock has made a tremendous move in regards to the price action. Like I said, it wasn't too long ago where this stock got to its low, where I was saying to fill in that gap at $2.15, and it even got down to $2.10. And look, here we are crushing it inside of the market. But anyways, let's jump into the final thoughts and we'll go over some more details as well. So for my final thoughts for Senseonics in regards to the price action, it was great to see we had a lot of support at $3. So what we want to see for this coming week, or even better on Monday, I would love for us to make that move going to around $3.50. This is where we're going to be having some resistance. And then the next level after that will be around $3.80. And passing $3.80, this is where we want to see it make that move to 4, which is going to be a strong psychological area for this stock. You could see some profit taking and so on, but if we end up getting some news, then 4 is not going to be a problem whatsoever. Also, when we went on Fintel, taking a look at the short interest information, it does continue to have short squeeze potential. And this is why I say, if we continue to have more demand in the market for Senseonics, this stock will get to $4. It will not be a shocker whatsoever. And even when we take a look at the chart, it is looking very bullish. We're seeing consistent higher lows. So again, keep this play on your radar. And if you are going to be jumping into it, make sure you do your homework and you do your due diligence. I want to make sure that you guys are going in with the right entry and you have a good idea of what your exit's going to be. Again, you just don't want to sit down there and watch the stock, because that's where greed starts taking over, especially when you're hearing everywhere on social media saying, well, you know what, this stock is going to go to 10, it's going to go to 8 and so forth. Again, block out all of that noise and stick to the strategy you have outlined for yourself and what will make you actually satisfied. The last thing that you want to do is jump into the play, you're up, and then all of a sudden you're down because you wanted to be greedy. It is not a good feeling, and I want to make sure you guys learn from that. But for the most part, let's see if we end up getting a decision from the FDA very soon, because I'm going to be looking forward to it, and I can't wait to see how this stock performs. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll be talking real soon.